The fact that Africa doesn't have it enables you to go further faster. What do I mean by that? You see it in mobile banking. In the US, they won't do mobile banking. Do you know why? Because they've spent billions and billions of dollars of putting a bank on every corner. Billions and billions of dollars of ensuring that everyone can swipe their card. But mobile banking, you don't have to wait on infrastructure like mobile bank. Oh, you build your cell phone towers, you build that infrastructure, but you don't have to build all these buildings that are useless anymore. So the unique opportunity Africa has is you get to build the infrastructure for the future and not worry about people that have the old infrastructure trying to keep you back. Because that's what happens in the US. The people that build the old stuff don't want to change. They don't want to lose their opportunity, so they'll try and stop progress. So it's exciting that it's a whole new opportunity for Africa. So I'm trying to break down how do you take a huge problem and make it solvable. There's no problem too big, especially for a child of God. And if it seems too big for you, that's where you go to prayer. God, help me break down this problem to figure it out. Help me break it down. What's the next step that we can do? Lord, give me courage to face this problem. Let me not run away from the thing that you've given me. And what's so great is as you start to see the Lord work in your life, is you could look back at this problem that once seemed so immense, so unimaginably difficult, but because you made it into simple area, every problem can be made simple. That's one thing I ask the Lord all the time for myself and my congregation. Lord, I pray that you make the complex things simple. Lord, make something difficult seem easy. God, give me the route through the difficult problem and help me as your son to see it. So, let's plan to receive your harvest with your plan and with your storehouse. Let God fill what you have, because he's not going to give you more than you're planning for. Okay, number 2, prepare yourself to receive your future. Prepare yourself to receive your future. So I wanted to look at John chapter 15, verse 1. It says this, it says, I am the true vine and my Father is the vine dresser. Each branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes that so that it may bear more fruit. So again, in the US, we don't do a lot of agriculture. So when I think of pruning a vine for grapes, I think of taking small scissors and trimming the leaves around the edge like you would a flower bush. But the thing about a vine for grapes, pruning is what helps you to have grapes. Without pruning, you'll have just sticks with leaves on it. A vine for grapes, the only fruit grows on new vines. Meaning, if a vine is 2 years old, it will produce no grapes. So when he says prune the vine, he doesn't mean just trimming it. You go all the way back to the trunk and you cut it. And then you wait for the new vine to come. And when the new vine comes, that's where the grapes come from. So why do you cut? You have to cut the old vine, because if you don't cut the old vine, even the new vine won't produce. Because the way God made plants is the plant will put its energy and effort, its minerals, its water, into also growing this old branch that steals from the production of grapes on the new vine. So what does that say to me in the Lord and in business and as a church minister? If you don't prune what produced fruit from the last year to prepare for what God is doing in this season, you'll have no fruit. You see businesses in the United States go extinct because they won't cut the branch that was growing fruit. They say, us, we're established. Don't you know that this vine had so much fruit? That's why we're billionaires. That's why we're the number one in the market. But because they didn't make opportunity for new growth in their business, they're dead. So for me, as a believer, as a business owner, you say, okay, what is it that's in my business? What is it that's in my church that's taking my energy, that's taking my effort, that maybe it brought fruit in the past season, but right now it's not bearing fruit? And if you just keep adding one more, adding another, on a grapevine, what it does is it steals the sunlight from the new fruit. It steals the air that goes through. So for me, even in my own heart, he says, those that prune, even the branches that produce fruit, he prunes. Meaning we cannot rely on what God did last year. We can't rely on what he did 2 years ago. If you are not prepared to be led by the voice of God, the leading and wisdom of God today, your fruit will be much less. And it will come at so much more expense, so much more effort, so much more cost. But even in your own heart, Lord, search my heart. Show me, what is it in my heart that I have to prune? Because if you are going to be aligned with the Spirit of God, you have to have a heart that's in alignment with Him, which means we have to prune our heart. Lord, what is it that's growing that's old? What is it that I have to cut away? Because, Lord, I want you to do a new thing. Lord, I'm not satisfied with old wine. I need new wine. But cutting old fruit is hard and difficult, because you're looking at this branch, you're like, Lord, I have great memories of this branch. Lord, it's done such good things for me. We're kind of like emotionally attached. Cutting this branch is gonna be painful for me. Okay, fine, keep it. Keep it, but until you prune it, your new branches will have much less fruit. So for me as a believer, I say, Lord, how can I make sure my heart is so in line with you that I'm producing fruit in season and out of season? Lord, help me not be attached to the old ways, the old victories, the old wins. Lord, help me be curious enough, strong enough to pursue the new avenue, the new path. Because, Lord, I believe you guide the steps of the righteous. And, Lord, I believe you're going to keep taking me from winning to winning to winning. That's something President Trump is so funny when he said that. He's like, you're going to keep on winning. You're going to keep on winning. You're going to get tired of winning. You're going to win so much. But as a believer, that's our story. You should be tired of winning because it just comes so natural. We're just going to keep on winning. But that means you trust God. I'm going to do something new even today. I'm going to do something new even tomorrow. So even when we did ministry in the village 10 years ago, is it still working today? Are we going to keep doing the same thing that we thought used to work? Or are we going to say, God, we're going to lay this at the altar and we're going to be brave and step out into something new. Show us new methods. Show us what you're doing, Lord. Lord, because we desire fruit. And if you do it, the fruit comes abundantly and it comes with much less effort. That's one thing I used to pray about. We used to minister and I would be so tired at the end of every ministry because we worked like crazy to get it done. And I say, Lord, is this, and everyone would wear tiredness like a badge of honor. It's like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. And I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. Lord, give me a system so that we don't have to be so tired after every one. Lord, let me share the load and the burden with people so that they can be fulfilled and used in the kingdom of God and I don't get so tired. I could be like, look at me, I'm doing all this stuff for the ministry, I'm the man of God, I'm the CEO, I do everything. That's bad leadership. Because if you die, what happens to the business? If you die, what happens to the church? You have to have empowering other people. I'll tell you, the Lord taught me something in the last few years. In the last 4 years, I had a very bad back condition. When you see me, I'd be like this. Just walking very ginger. If someone would bump me wrong in a restaurant, I'd fall on the ground. But I'm used to being a minister. I'm used to going out and I'm doing things in the village. I'm doing things, I'm the one that builds the whole stage. I'm the one that does everything. And I had to humble myself before the Lord because I said, Lord, my identity is tied up in what I could do, my ability to execute, my ability to accomplish, and now that's taken from me. And I thought I was a good leader because we would always get the stuff done. But now my ability to do anything is gone. Just walk around and point. But you know what that did to me? Now I have to plan. Now I have to build systems to take people that don't know as much as I know. How can I empower them to get the job done? How could I break the task down into a place that's manageable for the people that God gave me? You could sit there all day and complain, Lord, if only you would give me the people that Miracle Center had, if only you'd give me these people, if only I had all the money, if only you would give it, then I could do it. But then you're not challenging yourself as a leader to say, Lord, these are the people you gave me, how could I steward them well? So me now, I had to build systems. I'll just tell you practically what some of them were. I had to build